And that brings us to our pulse check, Wes. Today I have the low pick, you have the high pick. Why don't I get things started? Let's start it out on the low side of things. Frogger for the 2600. Probably my favorite Atari game for the 2600. We got a loose copy, $12.44. Breaking the bank over here, Wes. God forbid you want a complete copy. It's going to cost you a little bit more than Starbucks, $23.18 for a complete in box Frogger. And if you have a sealed one, a whopping $168.50.
For an Atari game, complete in box, $23. It's worth it. Though, were you a big Frogger person back in the day?
So, one of the first time I played a video game that I remember was Atari 2600, and there was two games, Pitfall and Frogger. And I much preferred Frogger. I don't know which one of those two I played first, but I loved Frogger, and I played it all the time. In more recent years, I downloaded an Xbox 360 version. I still go back and play that one from time to time, but I'm fairly certain that's the arcade version of Frogger. But the 2600 version, I have no problem playing. It's totally acceptable.
Yeah, and the concept of it was so simple. You were just a frog trying to get across the street.
Yep.
And you're just hopping along, and you're hopping on logs and avoiding the cars, and getting your little patch.
Yep.
That's all it was. That's all it was.
It was simple fun.
It was simple fun. And we talked about the retro classics on Microsoft.
Yeah,
They,
on the
they had
Xbox.
they had Freeway, which was a Frogger ripoff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You were chicken trying to get across the street.
Dude, I'll have to go back and play that. I probably enjoy that quite a bit. I had no idea that was like a rip-off version of Frogger.
It pretty much was. Instead of a frog, you were a chicken.
Okay, definitely interested in that now. Something else I can go back and play. What about you? Did you play Frogger back in the day?
I did.
Arcade 2600. Where were you playing it at?
I played it in the arcade.
Okay.
I played it in the arcade. Like I said, I lived in the arcade, so it was in those days, yeah. And then I was okay. I think I get to like maybe the third level, because then things start to speed up, and the cars like fly by, and yeah. I was okay at it. It wasn't one of my better games.
Much like Tapper though, like these older games, dude. It's just you just go in there and play for a few minutes. You're like, that was great. And you just move on with your day, not sucking the life out of you, taking forever.
Yeah, it's funny. The Retrocade by me, Starcade, has a Frogger machine in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and when I go in there, there's usually people on it, so people love Frogger.
It's classic, man. It's like Pac-Man, not as popular as Pac-Man, but it's up there.
Yeah, and then they did kind of revamp Frogger for the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because you had Frogger's, Frogger 1 and 2 for the PlayStation.
They made a Dreamcast version. I have a Dreamcast version of Frogger.
Yes.
Crazy. And then we got your game. Now, this game I want to hear about because it's an N64 game that I'm not very familiar with. If I remember correctly, this did release in the US, but it was bigger in Japan. I don't know. Tell me about this game, Vanishing. Was it called Vanishing Earth? No. Yes. There it is. Star Soldier.
Star Soldier Vanishing Earth. So this is my high pick. Nintendo 64 game. It was a shooter. It was a shmup. And really hard.
Was that an ESRB release? Like, was that released in North America? Because I don't remember.
It is released in North America. Yes.
Cool.
It is an actual release, and it was titled something else in Japan. It was a different title in Japan when it came out, but it's a shooter.
Yeah, like a shmup.
Yep.
Not a first-person shooter for you kids. It's a shmup. It's an old school in a vehicle of some kind shooting.
What was it like? It's a space combat. Was it like what do they call that term? Bullet hell.
Bullet hell. Yeah.
It's one of those
There you go, man.
where you're a little spaceship shooting and trying to avoid being annihilated by the thousands of bullets that are coming at you. Um, it was I love those games back in the day. I don't think I could play them now. My reflexes aren't as sharp as they used to be.
Yeah, they're. I gotta play the easier ones too, man. It's like, dude, it's too much. They are
But
fun though.
they are fun. They are fun. But as far as pricing, like a loose cart is $58.
It's
If
not too
you want to
bad.
go, if you want to go complete in box, you're looking at 277.
Okay, it's getting up there.
So it's a little pricey for an N64 game. And then if you want to go sealed, you're looking at like 379, like just under like 380.
Oh, that's surprising. You would think that would be even more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess most people are probably looking for the complete in box, if anything.
Yeah, I want to say this is one of the pricier N64 games. It's not the most expensive, but complete in box, it's up there.
That's cool, man. That's cool. You have a copy of it. That's awesome. It's a game. I know a lot of the N64 library, but I haven't heard of that one before. I was like, oh, that's interesting. What the hell is that? You know?
No, you never heard of it? No, at
No,
all.
no. I mean, I don't know every single game of the N64, but
Mhm.
I was a big N64 kid, so like, and I was obviously working in game stores a little bit after that,
Mhm.
and at that time we still carried N64, so I seen a lot of copies come in, and I don't remember ever seeing that game ever.
Okay. Yeah, it was a shooter, so I was like all about it.
Nice. Yeah, maybe they'll add that to the Switch Online because they have N64 games in there, so maybe I can check that out one day. That would be cool. All right, guys, so that wraps up our show for the day. Thank you guys for your support. I want to give a shout out to Bernardo over on Patreon. Thank you so much, Bernardo.
Thanks, Bernardo. Appreciate you so much.
If you guys like what you heard today, please consider supporting us over there as well. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. The money that you put in goes right back into help supporting, our channel and the company, and helping us continue to grow and build an audience. You can also give us 5-star reviews over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That also helps us out greatly. Wes and I would greatly appreciate that. Again, if you like what you heard today, please feel free to go ahead and do that. Make sure you guys drop comments, ring the bell, all that awesome stuff. You guys can check out our other content too. We have, on our main channel over on youtube.com/nerdenthusiast, you can find like poker content, music content. We got our music podcast back up and running. Please feel free to go check out that stuff over there. We have a blog on nerdenthusiast.com. We write all sorts of stuff. There's video game coverage, all sorts of things. I think we just did a music blog. We had like some wrestling up there a while back. Please check that out as well. Wes, thank you for joining me today, sir. I appreciate it.
Of course, man. It's always a pleasure.
If people want to follow you, where can they do so?
You can catch me on Instagram at Grendel5XBX.
I'm Matt. You guys can follow me over on Twitter at FromNJ2CA. The 2 is the number 2, or X, or whatever you want to call it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the show. You all take care.
Have a good one, guys.